The Legacy of the First Blade Episode 3 adds a new ability, an awesome new armor set from Darius, and 3 new weapons to Odyssey. I was already able to play the DLC at Ubisoft, and I will show you most of the new stuff in this video and also share my quick impressions on the DLC as well. So let's get into it. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. Yes, I'm happy to tell you that Episode 3 was my favorite episode, mostly because of the many boss encounters where you really have to put your build to use. It has some cool story moments. It kind of starts out slow though, but after that it really picks up and then continues to deliver pretty awesome unique missions until the final pretty cool cutscene. Pretty cool? Okay, it's actually really cool. It's about the same length as the other episodes, but it does add the most items to the game. And of course also a new ability, and I want to start with that. You unlock it immediately after installing the DLC. It's sadly not one of the moves from Demos we kind of speculated. No, more a sort of overpower attack, but with the Spear of Leonidas. On level 1, it does 5 attacks after each other on a single enemy, dealing 120% warrior damage per hit. But you can also upgrade this ability to level 3, just like the other abilities, and then it will have 6 hits after each other and 150% warrior damage per hit. The most important thing though is that it generates adrenaline segments. It only costs 1 to use this ability, but on level 1 it already gives you 3 adrenaline segments back, and if you fully upgrade the ability you get 4 adrenaline segments back. So then you deal a ton of damage and can also then follow up with a ton of other warrior abilities or heal yourself up, for example. The catch is though that the Fury of the Bloodline has a pretty significant cooldown, so you can spam it, but you can of course reduce the cooldown by spending points in the mastery level, or of course adding that legendary perk from the Sword of Medusa to one of your weapons. Overall I think it's a worthy ability for every warrior player. Also during the attack you cannot be hit, just like with the overpower abilities, and also of course the abilities that you have on cooldown like the Battle Cry of Ares will regenerate while you deal like a ton of damage onto the target. And yes, you don't see me like do a ton of damage in this footage, and that is because I'm playing on a Ubisoft build with some random legendary items, so it's not my usual build. I'm also a way lower level, so I'm really curious to see like how this ability works when you do have like 40,000 warrior damage that you are able to get on level 70, let alone what you are now able to get on level 99. Also good to note is that both the fire or poison on the weapons do not apply to this attack, while it does with an overpower ability of course, and you also do not get health back, even though you have like the mastery level unlocked that says damage dealt restored as health, or of course that legendary perk. But again, it's already great for the adrenaline that you get back and the really nice damage. It also opens up a new mastery level, just like we saw with the rapid fire ability, so if you want to enhance this ability even more, you can put ability points in there. But also a new weapon from the Legacy of the First Blade has a legendary perk that enhances the damage of this ability by 20%. And that is a heavy blunt weapon called the Roar Unending, and you get it pretty early from a boss fight in the DLC. You see the enemy like use that weapon and you're like, hey, I want that weapon as well. Well, luckily we can get it too. It also has the all damage perk, but mostly like the look really stand out with the 2 lion heads on both sides. And overall, I think that the weapon design for the weapons in the Legacy of the First Blade have been really good for sure. Although the new legendary staff that you get from one of the ancients in the game is a little less exciting in terms of look. It's called the Golden Harbinger and has these sort of griffins on the ball there, but not much else like going for it. But hey, we finally get a new legendary staff, and as predicted in one of my videos, it's a hunter one with extra headshot damage, but also the pretty interesting 1% health restored on headshots legendary perk. So shooting headshots will get you some nice health back, and that is of course especially nice in combination with the damage dealt restored as a health mastery level or the set bonus from the Amazon or Acolyte set. You also need to heal yourself with headshots while using this staff for 10 times to get one of the new trophies or achievements, but that is easily done though. So again, you get this one from killing a specific ancient who is linked to the story, so you can't really miss him. So yes, you already saw some of the pieces, right? Well, in the 3rd episode of the Legacy of the First Blade, we get the outfit that Darius is wearing. Killing all the ancients rewards you with this amazing Master Assassin set that looks really awesome on Cassandra and likely on Alexios as well. I love the not so perfect hood like in terms of material and the really cool shoulder pad of course. It's something we hoped we could be wearing ourselves as well after seeing Darius for the first time, so it's awesome that we can get it at the end of these episodes. As expected, it's of course an assassin set that has a pretty cool set bonus enhancing one of your assassin abilities. So normally the vanish ability just stuns the enemies so you can like run away. Well, with this set on, all the enemies will become poisoned as well, like instantly have the poison effect applied so you deal more damage against them. And they are of course also stunned after the vanish ability or recovering from this poison effect. So if you do it and then immediately like go and attack someone, you will likely be facing one enemy at the time. But what you can also do is of course use the vanish ability and then go hide so they don't know where you are. And then when you are able to use your rush assassinate again, take them out one by one, and because of the poison effect you deal more damage as well, cleaning the enemies up really easily. It's a really fun and powerful perk and also nice to use if you do not decide to hide but just attack the enemies immediately. We see more perks that enhance your poison on the rest of this legendary gear set as well. Like the awesome Master Assassin's Hood has the increased intoxicated duration, so after the enemies are poisoned, they have the effect on for longer. The bracers have the adrenaline per hit. We find extra poison damage on both the waist and also on the Master Assassin robe. And then again the intoxicated duration on the boots. Yes, poison is really a focus for this set, so also having the poison mastery ability of course, and you can also enhance of course the poison damage in the mastery level section. To be fair though, you cannot miss the crit chance and the extra crit damage while full health, for example, to easily take out the enemies with a regular assassinate or the other assassin abilities. So I think it's better to try and make an epic gear set that has both the extra poison damage and also the extra crit chance and crit damage while full health. But also the fact that you can engrave this set bonus from this Darius set on any other chest in the game, and then you also have like the full effect applied, kind of makes wearing this full set to get the set bonus useless, just like we saw with the Athenian war hero set that had the arrow pierce through shield set bonus that you could also like engrave on any boots in the game. They did add some extra hunter damage to that set bonus now, so it makes sense to wear the Athenian war hero set right now. I totally see them like add more assassin damage to this Darius set as well, but right now there's really no good incentive to use this legendary gear set to unlock the set bonus. But of course still unlocking the set bonus as an engraving and mostly the luck will of course already be worth it. So yes, you want to hunt down all the ancients in episode 3, and I will have a video up telling you all the locations really soon, because there's also another weapon that you get for killing all the ancients like across all the 3 episodes. It's a really powerful sword that really deserves its own video, so I can really go more in depth on it. I will have that video up discussing this awesome new weapon really soon, likely before you are able to play, so keep an eye out for that on the channel. But yeah, sadly no hidden blade in this 3rd episode. As I said many times before, we never should have expected it, but the animations that look like Alexios or Cassandra is like using a hidden blade keep happening. Like Hunter sent me this recently, and Loki as well, and I hope I pronounced that right. So even with the new patch, this glitch keeps happening. But yeah, we now don't know what this means, or if it means like anything at all, if it's just like a really weird glitch. I will of course keep you up to date here on the channel once we know more. Overall, I think that the amount of new weapons, 2 new armor sets, 3 new abilities is really nice compared to what we got in Origins for these expansions as well. And now I'm even more curious to see what we get in the other season pass story arc of Atlantis. That will very likely include a new area for us to explore. I kind of missed that in the Legacy of the First Blade, but they did like change things up in the sort of areas we already visited. And I hope we see some cool like mythical like enemies that we have to kill with new mechanics. And yes, armor sets and weapons inspired by these mythical creatures are of course more than welcome as well. Bring it on! Subscribe for everything Odyssey if you haven't already. Again, a cool video on that other special weapon coming up really soon. Like the video to support channel. And as always, at the end of these videos, we go to Sargon to see if we can finally get the freaking Hades Lieutenant. Yes, Sargon, you're getting a buddy in your store. Exciting times, exciting times. So with that 3rd episode, there's actually a new vendor, or actually a vendor. You can talk to a person in the Eco store that will give you this really powerful weapon. I'm teasing a lot. Trust me, it's worth the wait for that video, and I just want to go more in depth on it. So let's just open an Olympian gift, shall we, Sargon? How you doing? How you doing? Okay, an epic item. I did not expect that. Adrenaline and warrior damage, or assassin damage and warrior damage. I don't need that. Ooh, there are way too many people. Yeah, you should not have been here. Goodbye to you. Oh, you're burning. Yeah. I will throw you both in the freaking water. I'm excited for you to check out the Legacy of the First Blade. Again, it will be live at midnight. So if it's March 5th in your region, then you should be able to download it. Of course, if you bought the DLC separately, or if you own the Odyssey Season Pass. Check out my other recent videos, or that video on the sword, if it's already up by the time you watch this, by clicking on the screen. Check out my giveaway for the Abstergo Elite Gear set that has been leaked. You can find that as well in the description down below. And I will speak to you next time. Goodbye!